Hello.
Hello there, you people.
Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Do you hear a lot of noise in the background?
No.
I don't know.
Okay. I've got this hood on in here. It's pretty loud. So in here for me, it's pretty loud. But if it's not loud for you, then good, bonus. Fuel.
Aspartame.
Today is brought to you by Diet Dr. Pepper. Tasting pepper in the world. That's my commercial.
You did well.
I'll send this off to him and see if we get some free Diet Dr. Pepper.
If you call and complain, they'll send you a coupon.
Really?
Yes.
I have a complaint, so that's good.
Or if you have a something good to say, they'll send you a coupon.
No, I have a complaint.
Okay, well, you can do that too. Either way, you're going to get a coupon.
I bought a 6-pack. Well, I usually buy 3 or 4 6-packs at a time.
Yeah.
And it's probably a new batch. And it tastes funny.
Does it?
It's off. It tastes.
Keep all of that, and when you call them, they'll take all that information. They'll send you coupons.
Will they send me coupons for a lifetime supply?
No, they'll send you
Probably
coupons for free beverages, any size.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
lifetime supply would be more better.
Well, you can ask.
Is more better a word?
Huh?
Is more better a word?
It is in my vocabulary.
And it's a word.
More better. And if it's really, really more better, then it's more betterist. Okay. So let me ask where we are in the mise en place. Do you have bacon already cut and cooked?
Yes.
You got the bacon grease reserved in a pan.
Chef?
No, I get it. This is all I had. This is bacon grease.
Okay, that's fine. We'll put it in a pan in a little while.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have potatoes already cut, boiled, and kind of mashed up?
Yes.
Yes, chef. And I went and got the cognac.
You got cognac?
Yes.
Well, come to find out today, we don't have any cognac here, so I'm just using brandy.
Okay. You said something on the list about white wine. I have a blush wine.
Yeah, that's going to be okay. That's for the Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
Have y'all, now I don't remember if my mise list was very, very clear, but you take your Brussels sprouts and just trim a little bit of that stem side off and then cut it in half. Did you cut them in half?
No, because it did not suggest that, but I will do that.
What's it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Okay, so Tara just joined us. I asked a bit ago if you have already boiled and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I've got everything except for the Brussels sprouts haven't been cut in half. I'm here. I just couldn't get my phone to log in.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Good.
So I'll cut my
That's
Brussels
the same
sprouts.
as Terry and Erlene. If y'all will get the Brussels sprouts knocked out, and we should be pretty ready to go then.
Okay.
Just trim a little bit of that kind of the dirty part of the stem,
Yes.
and then cut it in half.
Love that stove, Tara. Whose stove was that? That was really nice.
I think that was Tara's.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah, good.
I'm so jealous.
That's Tara's phone.
I love it. Love it.
Well, you remember last semester me telling you one of my friends moved to Thailand, and so she sold me her stove for really cheap when I was building?
That's it?
Yes. I still, every time I see it, I admire it though.
It's a really good strategy. I shoot for that. So find a friend that's moving to Thailand and buy their stove.
It would do me no good because the whole street that I live on, my whole street, no one has gas.
Is that a Viking?
No, it's a Genair.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, she sold it to me at the cost of what a regular standard stove would be. So I was like, I'll take it.
That's a blessing.
Oh, heck yeah, it was.
Yes.
Okay, this is going to be very important as well. You should have a fillet.
Yes.
Check.
Take your fillet, grab 3 or 4 paper towels.
Even though it's already dry.
Towels underneath and put a paper towel on the top and pat those. Just got to make extra sure that they're nice and dry. If they're really good and dry, then we're going to get a good sear. If there's moisture on the surface, then we're gonna steam it, and that's not going to make a good sear.
No. Just when I thought I patted, didn't know till it was completely dry.
All good.
And then wash your hands really good.
Okay.
Just keep the fillet in the paper towels for right now. That'll make sure they're dry. We'll come back to those in a little bit. Now, you should have picked up, I think, a couple of eggs.
Yes.
And I didn't give you any directions on those eggs, okay? So here's what we're going to do. In your mashed potato, sprinkle in a little bit of the nutmeg, if you like nutmeg. I don't particularly, so I don't have any nutmeg in my potatoes. Don't pour that whole amount. You got a tablespoon or something in there.
We don't have to if we don't like
And
it.
if you really like it, but sprinkle in, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon and a half. Season it pretty generously with salt, a little pepper if you like it, and 1 egg yolk. I'm going to show you, I think, right here. Nope. I'm going to show you right here.
Egg yolk, not the egg white.
No, just the yolk. If you have egg white in there, it's okay. But we're really after the yolk for the richness, and it's going to help bind the potato for what we're about to do.
Okay.
So here we go. Mix that all in really good.
go.
You got potatoes mixed in? Or your egg mixed in your potato?
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know. Terry, let me see that. Hold that up while you're mixing it. Mix that in.
Okay. Well, I can't see. Oh, there.
Yeah, give that okay. Okay, that's all right.
Oh, okay.
I was making sure we don't want, hey, Tara, that's really good. That's really, really good. We want to be careful about the consistency of our potatoes when we do this so that they'll hold their shape. We don't want potato puree.
No, I don't have it. Mine's a whipped.
Good. All right. Now, do you have, I put it on the Mies list, do you have a pastry bag with a star tip?
No.
Or a Ziploc bag
I
that
did grab that.
you're off of?
I did grab a Ziploc bag though.
Yeah, it's kind of a big one. Pastry bag. So this will give you a little better view of what I'm going to do. Here you go.
Ouch.
Here's the potatoes. One of the spoons. Just scoop it in a bag. If you don't have a bag, that's okay. We might have to end up being a little bit creative. Preheat your oven before you do this. Next step, preheat your oven to about 350 to 375 degrees. Now, let's see, watch how this, I keep doing the same thing. Watch how this looks for a Pomme Duchess or Duchess Potatoes. It's a little, so I've just got a standard sheet pan and I put some parchment down. If you've got parchment, fine. If you don't have parchment, just a little Pam or some cooking spray will be real nice, but you're going to need something so that the potatoes will release off of the pan when they're finished baking. Okay. But this is just a simple rosette.
Oh. pretty. You want us to go ahead and pipe ours now as well?
Yeah, go ahead and pipe yours.
Hey, Chef, what size tip do you have?
Well, maybe this is a little bit of cheating because this is at the culinary school. And this is, I'll call it a gigantic one. I have, it's the Atico brand. It's a number 328. As you were, it's a number 828, 828. This is a tip that's typically used for just a real quick squirt, about like what I did for the top of a cupcake. Tara, that's looking really good. There's Earlene.
I was trying to see, do you squirt it around or just keep dabbing it in it?
There's 100 different ways to do it. And so
Don't look at that one.
why not?
Because I need to scoop it and put it back in the bag and try it again.
Oh, that's okay. For a time to do this, that everybody's doing a great job. That's all fine.
Okay.
Now, I mean, yes, I've had students that end up with something that looks like a little pile of doggy doo, and that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, when you get there, you've got your you've got one more egg yolk.
One more egg yolk?
Get that, yeah, get just the egg yolk and maybe just a little bit of water. Or you could use the whole egg and a little bit of water just to thin that egg down. We don't want whole stringy bits of egg stuck to, you can do this with a fork, you can do this with a spoon. I think I left off the equipment list a pastry brush. If you have one, that's great. Very, very gently, so you don't ruin any of the decoration, any of the shape. Kind of dab some of this egg wash on the outside of each one of your potato. This is going to help your potatoes brown really good, especially on the outside, on the ridges.
Okay, Chef, because I'm anal, what is the egg yolk to water ratio we're going for?
Some to some.
Okay, so 1 to 1? That's good enough, whatever.
A third to 1. So the volume of your egg, go about a third of that with water. You're kind of guessing, you're eyeballing. So medium to large eggs are probably 2 ounces. So if you're measuring by fluid ounces, go a little less than an ounce of water. That's kind of ballpark.
I have a brush. I don't know where it is. I actually have several silicone brushes. I don't know where I place those things. So
Here,
I'm
sweetie,
just
you
gonna
can
back
use
my-
I
mine.
can't hear very well.
Huh?
I can't hear very well under this hood.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
All right, let's see how we're. Go, Tara, you want to go a whole lot lighter with the egg.
Okay.
That's better. Yeah, Terry, that's a really good idea. Just like that, that works.
Okay, thank you.
Erlene, how do your potatoes look? Okay.
Can you see them?
Yep. Yep. Good. Good. Now, these are going to take maybe 20, 30 minutes, depends on your oven. Okay. Your potatoes are cooked all the way. The egg yolk that's mixed in the potato is just a binder, but to cook that through is only going to take about 15 minutes or so in a fully heated oven. And so depending on your oven, the density of your potatoes, you're going to be in the neighborhood of probably 20 to 30 minutes for these to be kind of golden brown. And maybe on each ridge, if you were to have ridges and bumps, there's going to be a little more browning there because of the egg. So these don't need to sit out too much longer. If your oven is heated, go ahead and pop these in the oven, and we're going to come back to these for plating.
Alexa, set timer for 15 minutes.
Okay. Now comes the next item up for bid. Hopefully, you reserved the saute pan where you fried your bacon. And I would hope that is also the pan that you have a lid. So Terry, you're using an iron skillet. That's going to be for the sear, right? The
Say that again. I can barely hear you.
Your iron skillet's going to be for your sear, right?
Well, it was until you said a lid. So I'm going to use another skillet with a lid.
Great. Tara, did you do your bacon in that pan, or is that just another pan?
No, I did it in another pan, and then I cooked my kiddos broccoli and the rest of the bacon drippings. So now I got a new pan, but I still have bacon drippings.
You still have bacon drippings? Good.
Yeah.
You saved your pieces?
What?
Did you save your bacon bits?
Oh yeah.
Good. So, Arlene, you've got a pan with bacon drippings.
Yes, chef.
Beautiful. All right. Let's heat up these pans. Now, what we're going to do in here is the Brussels sprouts. So the Brussels sprouts should be raw. This is going to be absolutely amazing. A little white wine if you have it. Early, the blush is just fine. If you don't have white wine, that's fine. You should have picked up about a cup or so of chicken stock. We're going to use that as well. And that's it. This is so simple, but you'll be amazed at how delicious this is, even if you've never really liked Brussels sprouts in the past. This is a true braise, meaning we're going to sear, basically, the Brussels sprouts, and then we're going to cook them in liquid.
So you put the white wine in with the bacon drippings?
Do what?
I put the wine in with the bacon drippings?
No, not yet. Just the bacon drippings.
Okay.
Add your Brussels sprouts, cut side down, cut side into the pan. So all I did, if you have a little too much grease in the pan, we're not trying to deep fry. We're not even trying to fry. And so if you have a little extra grease in the pan, then pour that grease into the pan that you're going to sear the filet in, and that's going to be even extra delicious. If you've got pretty good heat going on, let me run around the room here and see what's happening. Hey, Tara, good. I can see a really good sizzle. That's what we want to see. Terry, I think that's good. It looks like you're sizzling. Yep, that's good. Arlene, good. Good sizzle. So let those sizzle like this. Arlene, leave them alone.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to learn to not play with our food. It'll cook.
I don't play with it on my plate anymore.
Huh?
I said I don't play with it on my plate anymore.
Well, that's fine. Give this on some medium on about medium high heat. Give this a couple of minutes, and then just take one and look at the underside of it. Look at mine first. We're going to see if it's kind of golden. See that color
Yes.
on that one I just turned over? If you see that, turn them all over and then put in about a quarter of a cup of wine.
Ooh.
Let that sizzle and let it all cook in. I'm over here talking too much, so I get a little bit overdone. Remember that term, au sec, cooking to the dry?
Yes.
Let this wine reduce to almost gone. So if you started with a quarter of a cup, which is, about 4 tablespoons, you want about a tablespoon of liquid left.
And just remove it from the heat.
Do what, Arlene?
From the heat when we get down to that.
Say that again.
Remove it from the heat when we get down to that.
No, then we're gonna add chicken stock.
Okay.
With the amount that we're all doing, add about a half a cup of chicken stock when your wine is reduced, and then put the lid on it. Turn the heat down just a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, Tara, that looks good already. You're probably ready to add add a little stock. About half of that. Let it kind of come to a boil, and then lower the heat and put a lid on it.
Can't find my lid.
The diffuser on this burner was misplaced.
You want to see that?
Yeah, Terry, that looks good.
Okay, I reduced the heat.
Reduce the heat to about low.
I'm sorry, say that again, Arlene.
Reduce the heat to about low.
No, about medium. Keep it at about a simmer. Let it come up to a boil, and then take it to a simmer and put a lid on it. Hey, Tara, that's nice. You can see through it, see what you're doing. Nice. Terry, same with you. You can see what's going on underneath. I have to pull the lid off.
You too.
Marlene, is there any way that you can redirect the camera to
Yes.
down on the? Okay, good. Yeah, good. Leave the lid on.
Off?
Leave the lid on.
Okay.
All right. Okay, listen. What we're going to do next really is going to go kind of fast. And we can stall for a little bit because our Brussels sprouts are really going to take about 10 or 12 minutes, maybe 10. And if we pull the lid, the last 2 or 3 minutes, we want to reduce the chicken stock. We want to reduce everything that's in there, add the bacon while that's reducing. And then the Brussels are going to be amazing. Let's take a second and take a peek at your potatoes. Just see if any color's starting to.
Not yet. For me.
Yeah, mine, not yet either.
Not yet.
Let's talk about this filet and let's talk about searing. Okay. What I want to do here, I want you to see me do this. I don't want you to do anything at all yet. Okay. I want you to watch me do this. I'm going to sear the filet and I'm going to make my sauce. I want you to see what I do when I add the brandy, the cognac, when I add that to the pan. This is going to flame and it's going to flame really, really high for a minute. And I want you to see it and think about what you're going to do and not freak out because this can really be dangerous, especially in a home kitchen. You're going to grab your pan because you see the flame and you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to drop the pan. You're going to throw it in your sink and it's going to explode when water hits it and you're going to burn your house down. I'm really, really serious. This can be dangerous. So if you see this, you watch what I do, then it'll calm some of the nerves. I'm going to move to, I think this one. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start by heating my pan. The key to a sear is a hot pan. Okay.
Is it going to be okay to cook the sauce?
Pretty hot. What?
Is it going to be okay to cook the sauce in a cast iron skillet afterwards?
Whatever pan that you sear your filet in, you're going to make your sauce in that pan.
Okay, thank you.
I've got filet. Nice, dry filet. Filet à poivre simply means, translated into English, is filet with pepper. So this is a peppered filet. And this little amount of bacon grease in here is perfect. We don't need a whole lot of fat. That's the only reason I have some fat in here is to conduct heat. The Maillard reaction, that crust that forms that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, a little bit last week as well, when that crust forms, it's going to release itself from the pan. Okay? Gonna salt this pretty generously with some kosher salt. And pretty generously with black pepper. That's what makes it poivre. Filet à poivre. You should have another clean plate or a clean vessel nearby that you can use to place the filet when it comes out of the pan while it rests. I'm going to get the other ingredients for my sauce. Just standing by. You should have some heavy cream. That's your cognac. Here's where I'm going to use whole clove garlic. Maybe add a little bit of butter.
Hey, just a heads up, my potatoes are ready.
I don't know if you can see the color of that. That's pretty daggum amazing right there. What did you say, Arlene?
It was Tara.
I was just letting everybody know my potatoes are ready, so you might want to check yours.
Your potatoes are already ready? Tara, are you cooking in convection? Do you have a convection oven or a conventional oven?
That was in the conventional oven.
Okay.
But that oven also runs hot.
Now, y'all remember whenever you plate this later on, protein and sauce that have been prepared separate are presented on the plate with the sauce underneath or around the protein, not over the top, like a gravy.
Hey, Chef.
Yes, Terry.
My what I'm trying to say, chicken broth has reduced considerably.
Well,
Okay. You've got the lid off. Put your bacon in there.
Yes.
Now, Terry, you're going to want to turn that burner down a little bit where your Brussels are.
Okay.
Just let it simmer to reduce the remaining stock that's there.
Okay.
Terry, you got a little bit of stock left, it looks like. You could add your bacon as well. Leave the lid off and just let that reduce. Yeah, Arlene, you do the same. Yeah, just remove your lids off, the bacon's in, all good.
Now quit playing with it.
Now, y'all remember, we're trying to get this to medium rare. So I want a good feeling of rare and let it rest. It's going to rest 10 or 12 minutes maybe before it ends up going on the plate. I've set that off. It's going to rest. Now listen. Around your house, this can be dangerous if you mess with the pan. Just trust that the heat is gonna dissipate pretty quick.
And this only happens if you have the cognac, right?
Yeah, I'm about to add the cognac.
All right. So otherwise, because I do not have cognac, just the chicken broth,
Say it again.
I won't get this effect, right?
I can't hear you. I have to move back over to the camera. Say that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Terry.
Okay. I was saying, since I do not have the cognac, I will not get this full effect, but I'm using chicken broth tonight.
That's fine.
Okay, so I won't get the same effect as
you won't get the fire, but you'll still get a really good flavor. You're going to let that reduce in the same way that we're going to let this this cognac reduce.
Correct. Okay.
We'll let the pan heat up a little bit since I took it off the burner. The reason we want to use the same pan to produce our sauce is all the bits and pieces, the bits and bobs. It's called the fond, F-O-N-D. I am fond of the fond. I want to pick up all of those bits and pieces. It's going to be part of the flavor of my stock, of my sauce. If you've got things like, I'm going to add a little whole garlic. You know, you could add shallots if you want. Now's the time you might put in a little bit of fresh thyme or some fresh rosemary or both.
We have seared our steak.
Let those toast just a little bit. And then we're going to have a show.
Check your potatoes.
Nope. Should we go ahead and sear our steak, Chef?
Huh?
Should we go ahead and sear our steak?
No, not yet. Let me finish this all the way through. Take your hands off of everything so you're not tempted to pull the pan away from the burner, which could be explosive. All right.
Whoa.
It's best I do that at the school.
I'm more concerned about my cameras than anything else.
My microwave sits right over my stove. Should I just not do the cognac just yet?
You said don't do anything.
Well, no, I mean, when I do it, because my microwave, my stove sits right underneath my microwave.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I understand.
Once the flame is gone, you have all the alcohol is burned away. And so now all we're doing is reducing the rest of the brandy that's there, the liquid that remains to concentrate flavor. Terry, you're going to end up doing the same thing with your chicken stock. You're just going to let it reduce to au sec. If your Brussels are you don't want them to completely dry, you can turn the pan off and just let those set off to the side. Add the stock. And now, like other sauces we have done, pan sauces, we've done a couple of pan sauces in this class. This is going to be the same from here out. Okay. Now, I want to know before you get going, does anybody have any particular questions?
I do, Chef Erlene. My microwave, my stove sits right underneath my microwave. Should I just not do the cognac this time?
Should you just what?
Not do, my microwave is right here. My stovetop is right here. So I'm afraid with the flame going up, it's going to hit the bottom of my microwave.
Yeah, it might. You may not want to do this. So you might,
Okay.
if you've use the chicken stock you have left.
Okay. Okay.
So, Chef, it looked to me like you had a lot of cognac, and I think we're only supposed to have 2 tablespoons. Are we still rocking with 2 tablespoons?
Yeah, 2 tablespoons is fine. Then you're not going to end up with as big a show. You will at first, but it won't last so long. Yeah, I poured in about a half a cup.
Chef, I have a question.
Now I can hear. I've turned this hood off.
I have a question.
Yes, Terry.
Will the alcohol reduce burnout even if you don't have the flame? Like if you just cook it a little bit longer as opposed to letting it touch the fire?
Yes. So not to influence anybody in this way, but I particularly have a religious reason to not consume alcohol. And I cook with it. I've got more alcohol in my house. I've got more alcohol in my house than probably every single Mormon on the planet combined. But when you cook with it, when you raise the temperature of alcohol to 112 degrees, technically it's 112.8. But if you raise the temperature to 112, 113 degrees, you're going to be boiling, which is well past that. 112 is the complete evaporation of alcohol. And so cooking with wine, cooking with liquor, with most of the applications that we use alcohol for in food, not all, you cook all of the alcohol away really quickly because of the temperatures that we're dealing with.
Okay.
That's it. The sauce is ready.
And just
I'm gonna give the sauce a little added deliciousness with some salt, pepper. Then I'm gonna dig in just a little bit. Okay, so Terry,
Yes,
you're gonna use stock, yes?
yes.
Erlene, you're gonna use stock, yes?
Debating because I do only have 2 tablespoons of the cognac. Do you think it will make that big of a difference?
It will flame, and it will flame well up into your microwave
Well, I'm just gonna put that back in.
for, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 seconds before it starts to die down. And so just to be on the safe side, maybe stock.
Okay.
Tara, what are you going to do? Are you going to try the hooch or are you going to? Okay.
Gosh.
I don't think she knows she's muted.
No, she's not muted.
Okay.
So y'all heat up your pans and I'm just going to float around. I'd like to stay on till at least Tara has made a little flame. Then I can rest easy that none of you are going to burn your house down.
So the heavy cream is just a half a cup or a half a cup?
It really doesn't matter. You're going to reduce it. And so I used the whole cup.
Okay.
So Chef,
Yes, ma'am.
you want us to use these tablespoons of butter or olive oil? Because I don't have a lot of bacon fat in my
I don't either.
skillet.
Add
Butter.
a tablespoon or so of butter.
Okay.
That's going to be a lot more delicious than just some oil.
I believe you're right. Medium high or high?
High. Remember, you're searing your filet, so you want nice high heat
Okay.
in order to get the good crust going.
That's right. I'm just checking. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And can I say something about last week's medium rare steak?
Yes.
I enjoyed it, loved it.
What? When it was medium rare?
I liked it. It was so good. Oh,
Cooks mine a little
I'm
bit
so
more.
proud of you.
I am. Thank you. Me too.
Yeah, because Terry, don't you want well done?
Yes.
What did you like about it?
You know what I liked most about it was the tenderness. It was real smooth and almost creamy in texture.
That's
it, huh?
That's it.
Man, that's some good stuff.
I didn't try it. I'll try it this week.
Oh,
Okay.
I loved it.
Lee, move your camera down so I can see what's going on in the pan.
Yeah, I worked Hamilton all last week and week before, so I didn't get a chance to buy more ribeyes, and so I can recreate that dish yet, but I hope to this weekend.
Yummy, yummy.
I loved it. I'm a convert.
It's if done right, you know, the juiciness should be the same if it's medium well, if it's well done, if it's medium, but there's a textural difference from to medium rare to medium, so on. And so it's really all about texture. It's velvety. It's is a melt in your mouth for something that's fatty like a ribeye.
Yes. Oh, no, that was good. I can't wait to do it again.
Arlene, it looks like you're probably ready to start your filet.
Okay.
If you're getting a little smoking going on in the pan, that's your salt and pepper, lots of pepper.
Oh yeah, let me do that now.
Arlene, did you season it?
Pardon me?
Did you season it? Salt
Yes.
and lots of pepper.
Yes, sir.
Good.
A little more pepper.
Hey Chef,
Yes, ma'am.
I also made some more fried bow tie noodles as well.
Oh,
I did. I've made it a couple of times since our class.
yeah, I got a whole new batch of curry powder in the product ID office.
Oh,
Product.
thank you. for
Just
that.
ask Zach for a little more.
Okay.
Zach has always been a big help.
Yes.
My skillet is smoking.
How long do we leave it on just the one side?
Till it's ready.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Arlene, no, wait. Not yet. Nope. You want a crust. You got to leave it. Just don't press on it. Don't press on it. Don't play with it. Just leave it. Especially pressing on it. I'll call it old school. In certain restaurants, there are steak presses. They're kind of flat. They're heavy. Press the steak. You press a hamburger, and all the pressing squeezes out any of the fat that's rendering. And especially something like a filet, it's so lean. There's not much fat in it at all. And so what you want to see right next to the pan on the side of the steak that's against the pan,
Yes.
you'll see a little line of gray starting.
Okay.
That gray is kind of moving up the steak just a little bit. When you've moved up about 10 to 15% of the steak, then you should be able to turn your steak over. Now, Arlene, you're smoking a lot, which means
Yes.
you probably want to turn your heat down just a little bit.
Okay. I put it on medium.
I just turned my fire down as well. It was smoking quite a bit.
We don't want to set your smoke detector off.
Can you see mine? Well,
Yes, I see it. It's sizzling good. That
right.
amount of smoke's not bad.
Okay. Do we need to be chopping up any celery and onion, or just for?
If you want it, but no. The celery and the carrot and the onion. So y'all haven't looked all the way in the week 6.
Knife skills test.
Yes, you have a knife skills test. So
Oh yeah, I did see that though. Yeah.
that's what some of that other stuff is for.
Oh, okay.
Don't push. Okay.
Okay, Arlene, go ahead and turn it. Let's see what it looks like on that side. I can't tell. That looks pretty good.
Hey, Chef, I might want you to demonstrate the the Bernois of the celery because I got very mad at it. Not this week, obviously, but next week after the knife skills test.
The knife skills test you're doing on your own.
Well, I know, but because it's curved, I got really mad at it to not be squared off. So that's why I was wondering if you could show us a better way to do it, because mine involved a lot of words that I can't repeat.
Well, they are words that are said in kitchens every single day, everywhere, in every kitchen. And I say keep those words to yourself, so that's wise. And yeah, I'll brunoise some celery next week. Happy to. Terry, turn your steak. Oh, I think that looks delicious.
Oh, it does. So pretty.
Guys, do we need to do the sides as well?
So it depends on how well your filet is cooking through.
It looks to be doing pretty good.
Okay, you're cooking by the feeling, and you want it to feel in between your rare and medium rare, and then it's going to rest, right?
Yes, right.
Oh, this oven is terrible. I think we have a gas problem.
I wish I had a gas problem. I hate electric ovens.
Well, we've been having different kinds of issues in different places in the culinary school.
How does that look, Chef?
From what I can tell, it looks pretty on the outside. Give it a squeeze.
I'm afraid if I take it too much longer, it's going to get too done.
So take it off and let it rest. And then start your sauce.
Put the garlic in now.
If you want it.
Yes, garlic always. And then my cream and my chicken stock, right?
Yes, you can put your chicken stock in.
Whoa, my.
See how quick that reduces?
Yes,
Especially in
almost
an iron
gone.
skillet. Huh?
Yes, I said almost gone. Now the cream, correct?
Yes.
All right, chef. So I just dump it in there.
Yeah, leave, hold on, leave the burner on. Get put it in.
All right.
You go, girl. I'm so jealous.
And burn. You want me to tilt it?
Not necessarily. You don't have to. It doesn't have to explode. If it doesn't, well, hey, bonus.
All right.
Especially in a home kitchen. You know, I love my wife, and she appreciates what I do. Go, Tara, add your stock, your cream. Or stock, yeah. If you want to put stock in there as well, reduce that. That's just another layer of flavor. Let that cook down. Yeah, that's great. Let all that cook down. Well, I should have stopped you. I didn't notice. You added your cream maybe a little bit early. So that's not terrible, but your sauce may not tighten up all the way. A lot of the liquid needs to cook down, needs to evaporate away in order to allow the fat of the cream to coagulate a little bit to give your sauce some viscosity.
Yeah, I was kind of questioning that, but I was in a hurry with everything, so I just went with it.
That's fine.
Sorry, Chef. It's okay.
Experience is a better teacher than I am.
I forgot my potatoes, but they're done.
Good. Now, Terry,
Yes.
are you willing to try a medium rare again?
Should I with this sake?
Well, yes.
Okay, then I will.
Okay.
If you can do it, I can do it, Terry.
Yes,
Do
you
it, do
can.
it.
You get it.
I will try it tonight.
We can do this. Well, they say every 7 years your palate changes. So what you didn't like 7 years ago, try it 7 years later. You'll probably love it.
Just wanted to show you, Chef. I got a little bit on the bottom of my plate, so I don't think I got it too done.
I can't see it. There we go. Okay, just then leave it. Let it rest.
Okay.
Leave it for a good 10 minutes or so before you do anything else with it.
Chef,
Yes, ma'am.
I may have missed something, but when did we add these shallots?
So whenever you take your fillet out, at least half of your shallot is for your knife skills test.
Oh,
It's on the prep list.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
didn't it, but
So if you want shallot in your sauce, then maybe a couple of cloves of garlic, half your shallot, and I put them in whole. I'm just getting the flavor out of it. So there you go. Whatever you like.
How much do we need to reduce our sauce by?
Till it's done. Now, Arlene, I know that's kind of a loose question. This is the third time that we've made a pan cream sauce. So
My last experience was really bad, but I think this is going to be good.
So reduce it until I can't completely tell in the camera. You're gonna cook it until it's bubbling all over.
Right. I got there.
Yeah, you're there. And Tara didn't burn her house down.
I got to say, I'm definitely going to have to try that.
You got to have the right environment for it.
Right.
that's true.
I have melted 2 hoods in my house.
No.
I've got a 100-year-old house, and so I have not remodeled my kitchen. And
Keep going, Chef. Keep up with the melting and you'll get there.
yeah, I melt one, and then I go to Lowe's and I get the little inexpensive $70 hood, $90 hood. All right. My potatoes are still finishing. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave you now to your finishing and your plating and your picturing, and you're enjoying a delicious, delicious filet dinner for you and a significant other, or your family, or your whatever, or just yourself. It's just me here. I'm going to eat this filet whenever my potatoes are done. So as always, text me, email me. You still have all week, you know, to redo any of this if you need to. Filet's awful expensive to go buy some more, but you know, whatever. But I'm available via text and email should you have problems or questions. Pay really close attention to the assignment for the knife skills test. So where there's a video or where there's a picture, follow that pretty close. Anybody have any questions or closing comments?
Goes on the bottom of the potatoes and the steak, correct?
I'm sorry?
Our sauce will go on the bottom of the potatoes and the steak.
Whatever you want. The typical rule is put sauce underneath or around the protein if they're prepared separate. Prepared the same, then you can put the sauce over the protein. If you underneath other components of the plate, that's up to you.
Thank you.
Okay, dokie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef.
As always, ladies, y'all have a good week.
Have a good week. Thank you.
See y'all later. Have a good night.